for, I don't know, is this episode 13?
Episode 13, baby.
Oh, how fitting that episode lucky number 13 is about what's going down today. Listen, guys, I'm not going to say, listen, all right, okay, honestly, I know some of you are probably thinking, like, does it ever hurt to be right all the fucking time? And I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't. It actually feels good every fucking time. So maybe, just maybe, in the future, when I'm like, hey, that person's a fucking cunt, you guys don't be like, oh, you're just kind of a hater. You might want to say, you know what, maybe they are a fucking cunt. Because, you know, I'm not getting tired of being fucking right at all. Just by the way, I was right. He is a cunt.
So what's going on in powerlifting right now?
Oh my God. A lot of pedophilia, fucking apparently. And a lot of sexual abuse and domestic abuse, all in the name of the great USPA. Fuck yeah. Listen,
It's been swept under the rug.
all this shit that's been swept. Listen, all I'm saying is I have been wanting to go back to the 20s so I can beat my lady if I come home and my dinner's cold. So I might just actually go to the USPA instead so people won't fucking care.
Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Okay, on the real though, the fact of the matter is, yeah, this shit's been swept under the rug, and it's not like this shit is wild. This shit is fucking wild. Allegations of shit, you know, people saying like, hey, this person so and so has been a fucking creep. They've sexually harassed me, yada yada. This was back in what, 2020 when this shit first popped up, I think the first time.
Yep.
And Steve fucking Dennison, cock, fucking the owner and the president of the USPA told everybody, oh, don't worry, you know, we'll get background checks and shit, guys. Back in fucking 2020. So why in 20 now? Well, it is now 2023. So now why in 2023 all of a sudden is it coming up again? Shouldn't there already be background checks? Yeah. Because these people getting caught, these aren't allegations.
Right.
These aren't proof. There's proof. They're you know, our man Goob, you're the fucking man. I know you're probably not gonna listen to this, but you're the fucking man. Arrest records, convictions and stuff, it's a real fucking easy Google search. You can look up any county fucking record for shit like that. No fucking problems. So with that being said, a lot of these guys, listen, I know some people are like, oh, background checks won't come. I'm one of those people. I'm like, background checks aren't going to, if you're a creep, but you haven't been convicted of anything, a background check's not going to show that.
No.
You know, which...
There was a lot of people reporting people and reporting harassments and such things to the people, the higher ups of the USPA, and nothing was taken.
Nothing was done. So yeah,
that's an issue.
We're going to get into that too in just a second. Right now, you know, the background checks, right? Like it doesn't completely cover everything, right? If you're a fucking creep and you have allegations and shit, it's not gonna cover that. Obviously, it's only gonna cover what you've been convicted of. But the fact of the matter is, they had people who were convicted, found guilty of domestic violence, of what I think like sexual harassment and shit too. Correct me if I'm wrong, Karina. You have the thing, but of pedophilia.
Yeah.
Soliciting sex to children and shit like that. Listen.
Spotting and loading at teenage meets.
Yeah, stuff like that. Listen, we can all agree to disagree on certain things, but what everybody can agree on, fuck pedophiles. All pedophiles are cunts. And if you like to diddle kids, I hope you fucking die. And that's my stance on that. You know, so... But the fact of the matter is, these are people with an actual fucking record that a background check would have found real fucking fast.
Yeah.
So right there, background check. You find those, what is it? It was like 3 to 5, I want to say, fucking scumbags.
Yeah. This guy posted this on Instagram, this Ronald Ulysses Swanson 1703. He kind of gave like a really good breakdown of this.
Okay.
So this is like kind of like the events of what happened. So the first thing that happened, Stephanie Bennett was the former USPA Vermont state chair, Vermont meat director, and national referee, removed from her position as the USPA after the viral video of her rubbing her cooter juice.
Okay, that's pussy on the handle. Got it.
Yeah. So then
on the window.
The next person, which was Kimberly Sweat, the former USPA state referee, she was removed from the USPA due to her discovery of being a child abuser. She was a convicted, like child beater, like special needs.
Like, what was her position again?
She was just the USPA state referee, it says.
State referee. Got it. Okay. Still.
Yeah. So then,
that's a USPA employee.
Right. So then it was discovered, that they're not doing any background checks on any of the officials that they said they would be doing.
In 2020, they said they were going to do this. By the way, guys, 2020, they said, yes, we're going to do background checks, which was honestly, he said that just to shut you guys the fuck up, because unfortunately, background checks, they do cost money.
Yeah.
And Steve Dennison only cares about his bottom line, which it would have been less in his pocket if he had to background check child abusers and pussy window wipers.
Yeah. So then as Goob starts digging more, then he finds there's a lifter, James Justice, who volunteered to spot and load a meat and charged with sexual abuse. Due to this, along with of James making inappropriate comments to female lifters, blah blah blah. So he's not allowed to be at any of the meets or help referee. But he was like, there was like pictures of him like spotting like teenagers at like a teen meet or something. So then they start digging some more, and that's when Chico gets removed after allegations and complaints of a lot of assaults to women and being a predator.
So let's pause on that one. Let's pause on that one and dig into that one a little bit, because let's just start with clearly that Steve fucking Dennison is just A-O-fucking-K with having people like this on his staff. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this, guys. When you're rotten from the fucking top, the whole shit's rotten. But with that being said, with Chico is one. Now, besides names that have been busted, guys, we're not gonna name names in this one. Sorry, I know you guys are expecting me to go off and call everybody a fucking cunt and all that stuff, which I will a little bit. But Steve's real sue happy, and me and Karina are not trying to get sued for slander.
We're stating facts.
We're just stating facts, bro, and opinion. Facts and opinions. My opinion, Steve's a cunt. With that being said, we're not going to name names, but we had some, I would say, like insider info on Chico already that kind of made us know that everybody loves Chico. Everybody loved Chico. Everybody loved Chico's meats and all that stuff. So that one took a lot of people by surprise and shocked a lot of people. I'm not going to say I was shocked by it because of what we knew from before, but it wasn't in the abuse. We knew he was a fuck boy.
Yeah.
We knew he was a fuck boy, and that,
boys out there. So
there's lots of fuck boys out there, and so a lot of them are just fuck boys that sweet talk to get laid, and that's what I thought he was. All right, that's what he came off as, is a fuck boy. Like, all right, dude, whatever, that's your thing. It was consensual, got it, no big deal. It is what it is. You talked your way into her pants, it was still consensual. Whatever, dude. You're a shithead for that, but most fucking guys have done that at least once. So whatever, that's okay. But in our eyes, we're like, okay, Chico's, he's a fuck boy, a bit of a shitbag, because of what we knew. So this was not shocking to me because, I've known fuck boys that this just ends up being them. When you're a fuck boy, sometimes you're an extreme fuck boy, and no doesn't always mean no to you because you're that much of a fuck boy. So, this was not as, I don't know about you, Karina. To me, this was not that big of a shock. I was like, oh, weird. That guy's, I already knew he was kind of a fuck boy and a creep, but all right.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't necessarily shocked either. I'm more shocked at the fact that people have been reporting stuff and it's gone completely.
That part. So, like, further down that list a little bit, we find out, Google finds out that, when people put in these complaints to the USPA, they'd email and they put in formal fucking complaints about, and this is not even just like, people would put in formal fucking complaints about lots of things. Like, there's been lots of shitty ran USPA meets, like our boy Cam. He had one where the judge was just a fucking shitbag of a fucking judge and totally fucked him over, and the meet was ran like shit. The director, not necessarily the judge sucked too, but the director himself was absolute fucking garbage over there in the Tri-Cities. And to this day, that was back in 2019. Cam was not the only one to put in the complaint. To this day, the guy is still running meets. I don't know. I don't think he's a creep. He's just a shitty fucking meet director. So that shows you how much Steve fucking cares. All he cares about is money. He cares about what goes in his pocket. Now, there's been a lot of complaints and allegations and all this stuff of sexual abuse, sexual harassment, and all that stuff. And you know what their email says? They get back, file it with our HR department.
That doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist. Or, we'll send this over to our HR department. The department, so which means that's Steve's way of saying, I don't actually care. So I'm going to tell you something official to put out this fire, and I'm never going to follow up because you're never going to fucking follow up. Let's be real. How many of you guys did follow up afterwards? You didn't, which I understand. Most of us fucking don't. We're waiting for the HR to, follow back. Never happened because HR is not fucking real in USPA.
Yeah. So there's obviously so many issues with that, but like being a female athlete that has been abused, has been, harassed, has been through shit, we've turned to powerlifting to be strong, to take back our power, to do something productive and get over the shit that we've been through. And this is the place that we are supposed to feel safe at, especially in this, male-dominated fucking place. Even though women are definitely taking over now, it's still a lot of men around, and it's terrifying to know that a lot of these motherfuckers are harassing women, abusing women, all this shit, and now all these women that have been through stuff, nobody feels safe in it, including me. Like, I know I can handle my own, but it's just very disheartening after going through what I've nobody has back if something happens at all.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, the corporation, I've got your back. I've got your back with a fucking 9. I'm going to fucking smoke that motherfucker. But that's different. Just by the way, guys, just so you do know, I will shoot you. But with that being said, yeah, no, the corporation doesn't back you. The federation doesn't have your back when it comes to this, which, I've seen a few women, followers of mine, and I've got a good handful of new followers from me and you, posting that we're going to fucking do this podcast and stuff. And I've seen people be like, hey, I've had to pull out of my meet that was going to be USPA meet that's up in like 3, like these women are being close to peaking. And they're like, I'm just going to move it to a different one because this is triggering me. This is bringing up some old feelings that I thought went away. And I can't do this because knowing that this company, not even their meat director, their meat director is good, but they're just knowing that this company, that they're putting money in the pockets of a man who is okay. He knew about it. He had allegations. He didn't look into it. He was okay just sweeping it under the rug so y'all would shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And then the shitty part is that there are really good USPA and refs and stuff. And there are some really great people in the USPA who have made their career, running meets in the USPA, because obviously USPA is huge, but now it's like they're fighting to keep their livelihood going, to keep this going. And at the end of the day, like, anyone that competes with them, which I wouldn't, judge anyone, obviously, but whatever's your choice. But you, even in competing with somebody who's a great meat person and who truly wants the best for you, you still have to pay a membership fee. Who gets that money?
Steve Dennison. So, okay, here's my thing with that. Kareem is much nicer than me, guys. We all know this. I will judge you 100% for getting into USPA meet. Because here's the deal. At the end of the day, a lot of you guys probably don't actually know this either. Steve Dennison is not just the president, because I know some people are, he should step down. He is the owner of USPA too. He's an owner of USPA. So no matter what, even if he steps down to save face and try to, fucking stuff these fires a little bit, because we know there's a chance he might try to do that. I'm going to step down, guys. He's still going to be making money. So at the end of the day, even if he steps down and they're, the USPA is good now, Steve's going, we're doing background checks, that money is still going into the pocket of a man who had no problem sweeping this under the rug and telling you things without action just so you'd shut the fuck up so it doesn't hurt his fucking wallet.
Yeah.
Here's the analogy I've been using, and a lot of people seem to like this one. If you go to a restaurant, say you find this restaurant you absolutely fucking love. The staff is great. The cooks are great. The food is fucking amazing. You're like, fuck yeah, this place rocks. And then you find out that actually it's owned by the KKK. I'm sorry. I'm done eating there. I'm no longer eating there because now I know my money is directly going to fucking burn a cross in somebody's fucking yard and to Klan meetings. I'm done eating there. Now, I'm absolutely going to judge the fuck out of you if you tell me, like, listen, man, but the staff is great and the fucking pancakes are great, dude. I'm probably still going to eat there. I'm like, oh, well, you're also a piece of shit then because you're funding that. And that's how I look at the USPA personally. I'm like, oh, okay, well, you're shitty because you know all of this now. You know Steve had no problem hiding and covering up and sweeping under the rug fucking sexual abusers, domestic violence, fucking pedophilia. You had no problem doing that just to shut you guys the fuck up. And you're still going to put money in his pocket. So to me, I would never support the USPA. Fucking ever. We got a couple of homies that have already been signed up. They're going to finish out that meet. I will go. I don't even know if I'm going to go. Honestly, guys, I want to go to California really to see Karina.
That's it.
She's going to go to the one in Ironmongers, I believe, to support our boy Dan. And after that, Karina's done too. I will never be at another USPA meet to support them. Here's another one, guys, that you guys probably didn't know. Remember, these are just facts, so I will never support this company again either. Iron Rebel. Steve Dennison's wife is one of the owners of Iron Rebel as well, just by the way. So personally, I will never support Iron Rebel because I know that some of it is going into Steve's pocket, and I'm just not okay with that. You guys vote with your dollars, and I'm choosing to not vote for USPA and Iron Rebel by putting money in Steve's pocket, who had no problem, again, sweeping shit under the rug. Serious shit. So, that's the thing. And especially when you get a lot of these people that, there's some good ones. Okay, well, great. You know what the good ones do? Here's a good one. Here is a good one. Travis Rogers. That's a fucking good meat director. He's been big for the USPA. You know what he did? He quit. He said, fuck this, dude. I cannot be a part of these guys, even if they fix it, right? That's been the problem. All these people are like, well, we're just going to wait out for them to fix it. Or you could have some fucking balls and you could quit like Travis did, and then you just sign up for the WRPF instead, who now are doing background checks.
Yeah, I already filled out mine yesterday, and like it's on my story too. And this isn't like a let's promote the I mean, obviously we're gonna promote the WRPF, which we've been doing, but we're just saying what's happening with them. But
this is what's happening.
I work for the government currently, so I've been background checked galore, and I filled out my form yesterday so that I could be background checked again. And you know, I'm being very transparent with everybody. And someone had asked, you know, someone had mentioned too, like, you know, you can't catch everything in the background check. So, you know, so what is WRPF going to do with like allegations or reports? Those have already been taken seriously.
Those have already been taken extremely seriously.
W. Drake or whatever, a bunch of people complained about him, and he was signed up for the American Pro. He's been banned from the WRPF and
Oh, that's right. I forgot about him. He's banned from the WRPF. WRPF has already, I think, fired as far as I know, right as of the information I have right now, 4 people. They've already let go 4 people because they looked into their background, they looked into stuff a little, and not even the background check. They haven't done a background check yet for these people. They looked into allegations and went, yeah, we're not dealing. Nope, you're gone. No thanks.
Yep. So
you're fucking gone.
You know, WRPF, we've been trying to grow it for the last couple of years. I first competed in WRPF in 2019, and I started reffing 2021, and then all last year became a meet director, and you know, I competed USPA in the summer when I did the Pro Raw. So, you know, I've never been like only loyal to the WRPF or I only do this. Like, I'll go wherever. I don't care. But
she got where money's at
this point now, you know, my has changed because that's not okay with me. But I definitely am pleased to see how quickly the WRPF moved and made these changes immediately and enacted them already. And
you know, and I see a lot of people saying stupid shit. We're like, well, yeah, but it's because they don't want people to dig into them. Guys, here's the deal. Everybody's got skeletons, okay? Everybody has skeletons in their closet. The big difference, WRPF is being proactive, okay? Getting rid of the shit, they're listening to the people right away. Fucking by the lifters, for the lifters, guys. They're doing it right away. As soon as you guys say, hey, this is an issue, they went fucking bet. Let's change it. They're being proactive. The USPA is being reactive. Because, guys, just remember, the only reason the USPA is trying to fucking make these changes is because you're bitching and saying something. And harder than you did before, because you guys bitched back in 2020 and he said, I'm going to do it. And you guys went, thanks, cool. And then he never did. So mind you, the only reason I want you guys to fucking embed this in your fucking brains before you ever go fucking compete for USPA again. The only reason their president and owner, Steve Dennison, fired these fucking people was because you bitched hard as fuck. He did it so you would stop bitching to save his pocket. Just remember that before you fucking go with USPA again.
Yeah.
You know?
My DMs have been full since this shit went down with asking about the WRPF, and then Chris and I have also to travel and host meets. I'm the sanctioning meet director. Chris is working on getting
referee thing and all that stuff. But I mean, regardless, we're a fucking package deal, guys. You guys already know that.
Either way, my right hand man, in which he was last time I ran a meet as well. But we've decided to, take this upon ourselves to travel and host meets in areas where there aren't WRPF meet directors yet, for people who want to see how we do things, who want to get their lifters. So anyone who owns a gym with comp equipment or who can get comp equipment, it can be monos, it can be combo racks, we need kilo plates. We can travel there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be California. We'll go.
Where fucking ever.
And guess what? The travel and stuff comes out of my pocket. So nobody's paying me to do this. I would make money off of the registration fees, but guess what I'm spending to get my crew out there? So like everyone's saying, oh, the WRPF's, using this as an opportunity, being opportunist. No, I want to grow the sport of powerlifting. I want people to love it the way that I love it. And I want people to feel safe. And I know that I'm a trusted person and that I know that I will run a fantastic meet to the best of my ability with my team. And that's what I want to do. So, there's just me and my team who genuinely want to help and give people meets and let them compete.
Here's the thing too with the WRPF, at least, like, mind you, I'm not necessarily loyal to a Fed. I like the WRPF because they have realistic standards. Not I have to touch my taint to the floor to get a fucking depth call. That's not what depth is. Go look at Jailhouse Strong's latest post, or within a couple posts, and you'll see what actual fucking depth is. So stop being fucking retarded. There's some fat fuck in the Midwest that has something to say about that I like to kick in the fucking chest. But we're not naming names today, so he just runs meets and he's a fat piece of shit, by the way. With that being said,
in my opinion,
these are my opinions. This person in the Midwest who runs meets is a fucking piece of shit. But like I said, we're not naming names. The nice thing about this too, guys, is if your state has one meet director, and you for WRPF or none, but if they've only got one, not everybody's gonna like everybody, guys. You're not always gonna like the way some people run meets, and whatever. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of these guys that come over from the USPA. They're still going to run it like a USPA meet, which we all fucking know. A lot of us that do the WRPF, the reason I like the WRPF, there's no fucking golf clapping. I feel like I have to golf clap at USPA. Like, hey, great job. Great job.
And no cussing.
Fantastic. There's no fucking swearing. Okay, listen, man. I'm sorry. When you're jacked out of your fucking mind on adrenaline and a fucking fat shot of fucking TNE, all right, they just took in the fucking back room, and you hit a fucking monster PR in your squat, and you just want to fucking, fuck yeah, and they're like, that's a red light, you fucking swearer. You're like, what? I just got red lighted because I said fuck because I was stoked? And
I can wear my belt in the W.
That says big dick energy. Guys, the whole USPA, all these officials, you guys can take a fucking spoon and eat my entire asshole. Like, I can't get pumped up and say, fuck yeah. Nope. Okay, you geriatric fucks. Like, this isn't the fucking 1960s where, like, the word fuck anymore. Oh, that's fucking offensive. I don't care. You're cunts too. Like, that stuff to me is just insane. That's right there is why I love the WRPF, because I can get pumped. I can swear. I can have music with swear words. You know how hard it is to find a rap song that I like that doesn't swear? Fuck out of here with that.
understand it. Most people can't understand it, so they don't know if there's cussing.
Yeah, true. But like with a lot of that shit, it's just like, again, if you're not, if say you don't like your meat director in your area, I don't know what state. I don't want to call, because all the meat directors that I know for WRPF, I like. But I don't fucking know. Say it's in, I don't. Is there one in Oklahoma? Great. All right. Say they finally hire somebody in Oklahoma, and you don't like the way he runs meats. You can call me and Karina, and we'll come out there. We'll fucking run a WRPF meet for you, and it's gonna.
All we need is the gym and the comp equipment. So
location and comp equipment.
Doesn't own that gym, because if they own that gym, the chances of us coming in are going to be slim. But you never know. But if they don't own it, whatever, you guys want us to come run a meet and show you the WRPF and how much fun it will be, get me in the DMs.
Listen.
Currently talking to people all over the place.
Fucking all over.
Stuff lined up, I've been talking to people on the phone, texting, DMing, just like explaining this process. And, basically we would show up. I would hire everyone. All I need is your gym and your equipment. That's all I need. We will show up. We will set up. We will run the meets. I will promote.
Sorry, I can hear Gary in the back. Sorry, guys, whoever's watching this video who just saw me fucking cracking up before I did this, because I can hear Gary scream in the background. I'm fucking dying.
Stop yelling. Playing Fortnite. Plays Fortnite. I'm sure it's the same thing. Anyway, yeah. So we will come and do everything. Message me. It's much simpler than you think. If you guys are interested in being meat director for URPF, hit me up and I will point you in the right direction. Same with reffing as well. DM me. I've been sending people all over the place. I'm trying to help out with all the other people that are getting emails, but we are here to grow this federation that we've been trying to grow for a couple years, and this is the better time now than ever, and everybody can see how much fun it is and how great it is and how awesome the people are and how much we take action immediately to make sure that everything's getting taken care of. Here's the thing. Here's some other pluses that I like about WRPF. The one thing, like the USP is they're just too old school. That's the one thing I don't like them. Besides all the bullshit, I've never really liked the USPA even beforehand. They're just too old school. Now, mind you, I walk out my squats. Karina walks out her squats, so it doesn't matter to us combo versus mono. But I'm not gonna lie. Even though I walk out my squats, I still prefer squatting in a mono and walking out of a mono than I do a combo rack. Just because I squat so wide, guys, that my fucking arms are pressing up against the combo. It's hard for me to get my back as tight. Like I like squatting out of a mono. I like squatting out of a mono better. So, I like that about the WRPF. I like how loose it is. Listen, if any of you guys have ever been or seen one of Micah's meets, mind you, I'm not loyal to a Fed in the sense. My first Fed, my first comp ever was with Karina. It was APF, all right, and then it was that was a fine federation.
And that was a fucking fun meet. And that was a fine federation. I pick meet directors, guys. Here's the deal. The reason I lift with WRPF, and I'm going to be a ref. I'm going to become a ref now and stuff because Karina's with them and she's a director. And obviously, like we said, that's my ride or die. I'm fucking going with her to do meets and shit. But the reason I compete in the WRPF is it's not necessarily slap any fucking name in front of that. I compete for Micah. I fucking love Micah's meets. If any of you guys have seen or any of you guys watch the American Pro, Micah's meets, they fuck. All right. I like that type of guys. I used to fight. All right. So I came from that type of energy. We can scream, swear, music, light, smoke, all that shit. Like get hype as fuck because you're going to go in there and hurt somebody. So to me, like this is the closest thing that I can have to fighting without getting my fucking face punched in anymore. You know, like that's what I fucking love. So Micah is the meet director I like to use. Honestly, guys, I'm never probably going to do one of Karina's meets because I'm going to be helping her with them.
Well, like, fun too.
Yeah, but our meet, you guys can ask any of the fucking people in San Diego that came to our meet. The meet was fun as fuck. And depending on where you guys are at, depending on if it's in California, we'll have a whole fucking ginger crew. It's going to be fucking great. Have a whole fucking ginger crew of refs and everything.
The gingers will probably go anywhere. And
they'll pretty much probably go fucking anywhere.
From Phoenix is pretty much down to go anywhere. My spotter and loader crew that are the most fantastic, efficient, amazing people ever. His name's David in Phoenix. He's like down to ride or die for me as well. And I asked him.
That's my boy. I love David.
I was like, how far would you go? Like, I'll keep it within driving. He's like, I'll go anywhere. Bet. Even better if y'all got a big house, we could all stay there.
That's what's up. Any y'all got that shit. But yeah, no, we're gonna travel, guys, and fucking host some banger ass meets for you guys. Just know, especially if you're coming from the USPA, these ain't no USPA meets. All right. If you guys all let me on the mic, I'm a great MC, but I'm gonna say fuck. Yeah. It's gonna happen. So if you guys get offended by that, you either need to fucking get with the times real quick, or maybe use a different meet director. But with all this shit happening, we'll dig into it a little bit more still. There's still that list of shit. Of all these people that got, again, some of these people that got let go, we're surprised. We're surprised at some. And again, and these people are getting banned from shit. Like the WRPF banned a couple people. The WRPF banned somebody who me and Karina actually know who used. I don't know if he still uses. At least for sure used our coach. That's Donnie. But I don't even fucking know what Donnie's last name is.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever. He's the meet director for in the USPA for Montana. They let him go for. I believe it says. I think does it say allegations on that thing, or was it? It had somebody had receipts.
Yeah, it didn't say what.
No, they said they're not sure what it was, but he did get let go. I'm assuming because somebody had receipts of something. And I believe he's also because of whatever it is. Again, none of us actually know what it is. We just know he got let go for something pertaining. Karina's going to look it up right now, what it said.
He was removed from the USPA and has no affiliation, but we don't know what happened.
Okay, so we're not sure what happened, but what we're assuming is some receipts of something. I assume more so. The reason I'm assuming that is because the WPF also has said like you can't compete nor ref or anything here. So
yeah,
they're not fucking around. The WPF is not fucking around, guys.
Yeah, and there was another finding from the USPA of a gym in South Carolina that was being used as a meet venue like is last summer, and the owner is a registered sex offender.
Oh, great. Yeah, so fuck that person too. Here's the deal, guys. Not even I'm not. This is not even me speaking on behalf of WF because I don't know exactly how they're doing it. I saw the thing saying, like sex offenders are that's a no-go no matter what. Domestic violence. It sounds like violence in general. Like maybe even assault would keep somebody.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but it sounds like stuff like that. But no pet, like little petty crimes. Like you can't. Like if you get a DUI, they're not going to fucking. Like if you get a DUI, they're not going to bar you. But I believe too some of the stuff like it may be case by case, guys. Because I know like you will be put on the sex offender list if you're caught fucking in your car.
Yeah.
So like that would really kind of suck. Like I can't ever be a part of this federation because I was fucking my girlfriend in my car. Come on. So shit like that, I'm sure is going to be case by case. But for the most part, bro, you diddle kids, you
Yes.
fucking have.
The criteria that I was emailed was any felony of violence or sexual nature, regardless of the amount of time since the offense, any time in which sexual relations is an element, including victimless crimes of sexual nature, but not including but not limited to lewd conduct, solicitation, harassment, regardless of the time since the offense, any lesser crime involving cruelty to animals in the last 10 years.
I saw that one. I liked that one.
Criminal offense to which cause harm, abuse to a child, regardless of the amount of time. Registered sex offenders, any kind of aggravated assault, sexual assault, child pornography, trafficking, pedophilia, fraud, embezzlement, regardless of the amount of time since the offense. But they do reserve the right to evaluate and report with the applicant to identify any incorrect information, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so they're taking this very seriously.
Serious as fuck.
And I'm here for it. And you know, like we said earlier, obviously it doesn't catch everybody because people that haven't been prosecuted, people are flying under the radar. But reports and people reporting this stuff taken serious with immediate action.
Reports are going to be taken seriously for sure, as they should be, as they should have been with the USPA. You know, now mind you, obviously allegations are not something necessarily they are something to take serious, but they're not something that like somebody's going to get fired over yet without an investigation, right? Like, yep. especially if somebody was fucking with, you know, somebody's whatever. Me and Karina didn't like somebody. They did this. Well, me and Karina are best friends. That looks a little suspicious, you know. Sometimes I'm sure they're still going to look into it, but it looks a little suspicious. But if Karina says something, and then somebody from fucking Wisconsin says something, and a different person from Florida says something about the same person, you're like, ooh, there's probably some real fucking weight to this. Like, you know, you can't just fire off allegations. But if you're getting fucking 50 allegations from 50 people who aren't fucking, you know, who don't know each other, you know, sometimes if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's not a fucking cow. Probably going to be a fucking duck.
So, you know, it's I'm not a fan of like cancel culture, and I think that you know, social media likes to, you know, run wild and shit. And but like I said earlier, like being that I've been a domestic violence survivor, most of my friends have been through something, and a lot of the women I know have been like harassed by a coach or somebody in the powerlifting world.
Most women in general I know. I would almost guarantee that every woman listener we have right now has gone through some sort of shit. Which, as a guy, and all of our male listeners, it's nothing that, I mean, not nothing. I'm sure some guys go through it too, but it's different. I'm never going to be afraid like some big bitch is going to try to fucking have her way with me. You know, like that's not going to happen. We're podcasting. Quiet.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't expect to feel as like upset about all of this as I have. And then I think that what's made it worse is the amount of DMs and stuff and like the people that I've talked to and just seeing how many people have gone through stuff and how just horrible it is. And, you know.
For me, I think what's made it shit is honestly just the way it's handled. It's being handled. The way it was handled in the past and the way it's being handled now. As much as some of these USPA hopefuls want to think like it's not being handled well at all. Like it's the way it's being handled is kind of like, okay, fuck, man, we're doing it because you won't shut the fuck up. Like that's how it feels like it's being handled right now, which to me is wrong. Like you should be wanting to handle this because it's the right thing to do, not because it's fucking annoying.
So I don't know if I have it here, but basically they like dismantled the executive committee, and each state is going to have their own like board of people, and it'll be like a mix of men and women. So like, okay, cool. But I have like a question about, so everybody wants Steve out of power, to have no power, right? So he owns a company. Obviously, like he's gonna have to sell it to
He
relinquish,
won't.
and he won't. But he also is still a meat director over here in like the Orange County area. So is he still going to be running meats? Like,
He shouldn't.
a question I have.
Like, he shouldn't, because here's another thing, guys. I've probably told this before. And the reason I don't like Steven, I didn't like him before this, was one of our friends deadlifted at one of his meets as nationals and pissed on the platform, a female, like a lot of y'all do, because it's fucking normal. And he got on the fucking megaphone and said, hey, any women, when you come out here to deadlift, make sure you empty your bladders before you come out here. Like it was her, like she could control it. Mind you, this is a man who I've talked to, when I was swearing at one of his meets and said, I've been doing this for 30 years. You've been doing this 30 years and you've never seen a woman piss on the platform? That would be impressive as fuck. I've been doing this 3 years. I've seen so much piss. I've seen so much pee.
Yeah, and it's like it was a 120-pound girl opening with a 4-time body weight world record deadlift, which it wouldn't, even if it was a half a body weight, it wouldn't matter. Like the fact
that is, it happens.
We can't help it. So unless Steve is going to pay for all of us to have surgery or see these,
the pelvic floor
specialists, we're not going to quit powerlifting because
a little bit of pee.
Because of pee. Like, I'm sorry.
So, like, with that being said, like, yeah, first off, we all know Steve is never going to leave. I don't think he's going to leave presidency, first off. I think he's too much of a prick to do that. Again, guys, my opinions, not anybody else's. I don't want anybody else getting in trouble. But B, the one thing he will never do, which the only way I would ever support the USPA is if he sold off his share of the USPA and was no longer part of it in any manner whatsoever. Other than that, as long as I know some fuck who tried to sweep all this shit under the rug is still going to be getting a piece of my money, that ain't happening. We ain't doing that shit. Nope, no thanks. So, and mind you, again, guys, the good meat directors that are trying to stick it out with the USPA, see if they're going to make the changes, just remember, they have to pay a sanctioning fee. And guess what? Guess what that sanctioning fee does? Goes right into Steve's fucking pocket. Damn you, Gary.
Can you hear me? Come here. Come say hi. This is my almost 10-year-old, guys.
Hello, people.
Oh, hello, Garrison. I swear, he loves me, guys. I swear. He's tired of my shit. He sees me almost every other. He probably feels like he sees me every other fucking weekend. And I fuck with him every time I see him. I love it.
I'm like, we're staying at Ginger Chris's house for a week, and he's like,
I'm just gonna be constantly fucked with for a week. Absolutely, kid. It's gonna make you tough. I fuck with my own kids. What you mean? I fuck with my friends' kids too. You're like my fucking nephew, kiddo. You're getting fucked with. Yeah, when it comes to that shit, like these good directors, they're still paying sanctioning fees, which are going into Steve's pocket. So to me,
yeah,
they're not good directors. They're okay with the guy who swept it under.
It's a shitty place to be, and I know you and I feel differently about this. I still feel bad for them because that's probably their main job.
I don't.
I know you don't.
Fuck them.
But Tito,
Oh,
he's trying to knock the thing down. So that actually brings me into one of the questions.
oh, okay. Let's see. Let's get into these. So we actually have a good amount today, guys.
Somebody wanted to know what meat directors I would vouch for. So I will vouch for Joey Shepard in Indy City Barbell. I think he's at. He's a good guy and runs good meets. I'm sure I know more, I just can't think of.
Are they asking who you vouch for that's in the the USPA?
Yeah, USPA. We vouch for.
Oh, I mean, he's no longer with them now because he quit. But Travis Rogers.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the people that I vouch for that I can think of too.
I don't know if he's one of them, but Colin Whitney over there in Philly, Power Build. I don't know if he's a director or not. I think he may be, but I vouch for Colin for sure.
Yeah, there's a handful of people that I would definitely vouch for, but I think that they've gotten rid of most of the trash, honestly. So
they probably have, but again, Steve himself is part of the trash.
I won't do one of his meets, and I won't coach somebody at one of his meets.
Tito. Like Jesus, Tito, he's part of the trash, guys. So again, I will never, until he is no longer an owner or part of it, I will never support them. And the way I'm going to look at it is, if you're still a meet director and you're still putting money into his pocket, I won't support you really either. Like, we can be cool ish. like I'm not going to support your meets or do anything like that. I don't care if you're a good director.
Yeah, Rick at Ironmongers runs really good meets as well. So
Rick,
but you know, it is what it is. That's about it. We'll see. We're still seeing things unfold. We're literally in the middle of the shit storm still. It seems like it's calmed down in the last couple of days at least. But
yes, because Goob's not posting anything anymore. Goob, start posting again.
Yeah. But I'm definitely interested to see what changes truly happen, because, I do coach a boatload of people and
burn them down.
Huh?
Burn them down. I'm not as optimistic as Karina. I think burn them down.
Yeah. But either way, my athletes, I support you. I'm here for you. But if you're doing Steve Dennison's meet, I won't be there.
Yeah. I mean, listen, guys, in the end, this is good for powerlifting.
Yeah.
All this shit that came out, this is good for, it's gonna make powerlifting better as a whole.
And safer.
And safer. Listen, I've heard a lot of people come out and say, like, a lot of old heads, well, powerlifting's for the misfits. And I'm like, yeah, bro. But like, when we say misfits, we mean like the fucking weirdos in school that all you did was lift weights and and didn't really have friends. Not fucking child rapists, okay? That's not the type of misfits we want. All right? And fucking abusers and shit. Those aren't the type of misfits. Those are fucking pieces of shit. Okay? Misfits are like me and Karina. Like, we just like to wild out and be retarded, okay? But we also like to lift fucking weights.
Yep.
Let's see. I got a good fucking handful of questions this time. See, guys, my sweet notebook with my chicken scratch.
I got
I don't know if I'll be able to read my own fucking handwriting.
Hi.
So here's a good one. I can barely read my own handwriting. Coaches using coaches using the position to sleep with their clients or their athletes. Predatory. I think that's trash. I think people like that should be banned from feds and meets, because like, if that comes out, if there's a lot of clients that come out and say like, yo, he's trying to use his power to or has used his power to fucking get into my pants stuff, that's predatory as fuck, dude. Like, you're a coach. You're there to take their money and coach them.
Yep.
And that's it, you predatory piece of shit.
Yep.
Like, I'm pretty sure me and Karina have the same fucking opinion on that one.
100%.
They should be banned. I mean, in all honesty, and I do believe, with the people we know in the WPF and their morals and stuff too, that if we did bring to attention, they would look into it and promptly ban that person. We already gave you our take. That's one of our questions, our take on this whole situation. It sucks, but again, I think it's good for powerlifting. It's going to make it safer. It's going to make it better. It's going to be good for powerlifting in general.
Yeah.
Here we go. Does who your gym back fed wise matter to you? Do you think it matters who your gym backs fed wise? At this point now, yes, I do. Yeah, My personal opinion.
Why is your gym backing one fed over the other? First of all, I mean,
yeah. First off,
unless it's, I mean, I know there's a bunch of like USPA certified gyms that were like certified like forever ago, but like I was talking to the owner of my gym yesterday, and he's like, I'm here to back my lifters here. I'm here for the people in my gym. He's like, I don't care what fed that they compete in or whatever. He's like, this is the gym for people to lift. And I was like, yeah. So if you own a gym, you're going to have USAPL people. You're going to have USPA people. You're going to have WRPF people. You're going to have, fit chicks and random bros and stuff. Like, you shouldn't be biased at all. You should just be there. Everybody should be equal. We're all paying the same amount to be there. So that's how I see it.
My opinion is a little different. I think it personally. I do think it matters, especially just because of what came out before. I would have said no, it doesn't matter. Now with this, to me, a little bit, kind of. Yeah. It kind of matters a little bit. If they're backing the USPA, it's not a real gym I want to fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
Backing the USPA through all of this, then that's questionable to me too.
To me, I'm like that's probably not going to be somebody I fuck with. What is it? I don't fuck with people who fuck with people I don't fuck with.
That's good.
What's that?
That's going to be on a shirt soon.
Damn right. Which update, guys? We are hopefully getting samples soon. I forgot to tell you that too. I talked to Mike today. We should be getting samples soon. For fucks hard. Fuck yeah. Are we gonna make one that says USPA sucks fat dicks or no?
Maybe wait a little.
United States Panda Association, guys, not the powerlifting. Come on. Okay. How could USPA salvage this? Let me hear. We may differ on this, so we'll each give ours. So let me hear it. How do you think they can salvage this?
Steve has to sell. He has to go away.
Okay, never mind. We don't differ. I'm in the same boat. he needs to sell.
Yeah, like this isn't the first time.
It's not.
And now it's just been, it's 10 times worse than it was before. So if everybody just says, okay, cool, this time everything's taken care of because a few people got fired and a few changes were made, then what's going to happen in another year or two when Steve's still in power, still holds everything, and all these things that were done, okay, they're done now, but are they going to be continuously done? Continuously checking on things? I mean, we'll see with this new, thing that they're trying to implement with the, boards in each state and all that. But I'll be, not too optimistic about it.
Yeah. I think, yeah, that's to salvage it. He needs to sell. He needs to be fired, and he just needs to have no part of the USPA anymore. In that sense, money needs to stop being put in his pocket from the USPA, and to me, that's salvageable. So, how to choose a meat? Well, what lines up for you in your personal life is probably your number one.
Well, Location.
Location, would be another big one. And then, time and location. And then for me personally, again, I only do Micah's meats, guys, because Micah's meats fuck. Micah's meats are fucking, they are what I like. That's how I choose a meat director.
Yeah.
Personally. Now, there are other directors I would do them for, like if it lined up better. Another one, Dr. Ash, I love her. I would do one of her meats. Again, obviously, I do Micah's meats. Who else would I?
Over in North Carolina is the North Carolina State Chair, and he's running some great meats too.
Oh, I do one of his just because I love North Carolina. I don't even know him. But we have a good handful of directors. I haven't even I don't want to travel to fucking do a meet, and I'm not even at that level yet in general. But as of right now, I just do Micah's meets. But like I love Texas. Blake Leahy is one of the Texas directors. I'd probably do one of Blake's meets. Shit like that. Obviously, if the situations were different, I would do one of Karina's meets. But at this point, I'm helping her with all of them, so I won't be doing them. But just pick a director, guys. Pick a director. I would do one of Travis's meets, Rogers. Even when he was with the USPA, and now it sounds like he's coming over to the WRPF. So I would absolutely do one of his meets. I can't think of anybody else really, but like
honestly, timing, location, because director. Those are going to be the big things, but that's really, I mean, honestly, the federation doesn't really matter unless you're literally like chasing one record in one federation, which I get it, but at the same time, and like better than having, a Submaster California State bench only record. It doesn't matter what fucking federation you do it in.
No, it really doesn't.
And it's just going to be listed and who's who and who's better than anyone else. So.
And that's the thing. Like, guys, the Fed doesn't matter. I could literally, if I went and broke a world record in some little shitty bumfuck nowhere meet, as long as Open Powerlifting posts that meet,
yeah,
that's all that fucking matters. Next one. Why do we choose the feds we do? All right, so this will be a little bit different as opposed to the shit that we've already gone over. I like the WRPF. I choose the WPF and like the APF because, listen, guys, I don't touch my taint to the floor, bro. I just can't. See the way my hips are built? I can't get down that fucking low. I can't hit USPA depth, okay? I hit depth, and then I'm right fucking back up, okay? But depth is not depth to the USPA. It needs to be in the fucking basement, which I can't fucking do. So that's one of the reasons I choose the other ones, even though there's a certain fat piece of shit in the Midwest that thinks I don't squat to depth, and that's why I choose them. But no, I do. I just don't squat to USPA depth because that's not real depth.
And USPA. I got one red light in the USPA, and I deep.
Which is fucking, she squats deeper than my fucking feelings, okay? This is fucking retarded, and they still give her one fucking red light.
I was like, for what? Depth? Yeah.
God, that's another problem with the USP. How many reps have been there for so fucking long that, like,
they fall asleep?
They basically fucking fall asleep when you ask them, what was the red light for? Oh, I don't remember, but, what? Here's my biggest issue, guys. The biggest issue between, like, again, since we're comparing WRPF versus USPA, USPA judges are like, they're looking for something to red light you for, right? They're like sitting there like with a microscope, like, ooh, I can't wait to red light this motherfucker. Guys, this is a fucking hobby that we pay for. Okay? This is a motherfucking hobby that we fucking pay for. The fact that you're such a cocksucker that you're just sitting there like, ooh, I hope this motherfucker I hope he doesn't hit depth. I'm going to red light the shit out of him. The way I look at it, is just like baseball, right? Tie should go to the runner. If you have to think about it for more than fucking 2 seconds, you go, ooh, what's that? Fuck. Well, guess what, motherfucker? That's a white light because you're not 100% sure if it was. You shouldn't be. I wasn't 100% sure if it was depth or not. So I guess what? Red light. That's the difference. In USPA, they do that. They go, oh, I wasn't 100% sure, so probably wasn't depth. No, dude, it's supposed to go to the fucking hobbyist who just paid fucking $100 to get into this meet itself plus the fucking 65 to fucking whatever for a goddamn membership. Fuck you for that.
Yep.
So like that's how I pick. That's how I pick meets. Or the feds. That's how I pick the feds. Or why I chose the feds I do, because, you know, I want people who are, I guess we're going to call it more relaxed on depth, but it's not relaxed because it's real depth, and they go, oh, there you go. Cool, you're good. It's not USPA depth. So,
yeah. I mean, I just go where like the invites were and, you know, stuff like that. And I just happened to get invited to the USPA Pro Raw, and it lined up with my time frame because I wasn't able to do the first American Pro because I had just done the Fight or Quit. So that's really why I did it. But I would honestly prefer to just stay in the WRPF.
Guys, she's a celebrity lifter. You guys need to remember this. She goes where the money's at because she actually has a chance of winning money, and where they invite her. Oh my God, ma'am, your dogs and your turtle are so fucking great. Please, no, sir, with the red hair, you're a fucking peasant. You can't lift here. You can watch, you son of a bitch. Thanks, guys. She forgets she's not a peasant lifter anymore sometimes, I think. I mean, I just go with whatever they're going to tell me. Hey, you know, we've got $8,000 for fucking female bench press, so why don't you just go ahead and take this, Karina? Jesus. It must be nice to be God's favorite.
If I believe.
The last question I got, excuse me, the last serious question I got, because Jay, you posted some fucking stupid ones. I love you though. What changes? What changes? I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, I know what does change. At least for the WRPF, they start taking a lot of good steps, proactive steps to make things better and safer for everybody. What I do think changes for the good in powerlifting is it means a lot more feds are going to take this shit more seriously.
We hope so.
Well, I hope so. At least I really fucking hope so. Hopefully it means, you know, there's going to be a lot safer places and stuff like that. And maybe a lot of these fucking creeps will just keep their creepiness to their fucking selves and just be creeps in their normal fucking life to people not in powerlifting.
Right.
Go ahead, creeps, and be creeps to the people in your normal fucking life, but don't be creeps, you know, to people in powerlifting
in your life.
Yeah. Like, just fucking, I mean, don't be creeps, first off, but if you're gonna be a fucking creep, be a creep to your fucking Tinder dates, dude. Not in a fucking tiny little fucking niche like fucking powerlifting where you're gonna get outed.
Tinder dates either.
At least Tinder dates expect it.
Just don't be a creep.
Listen, guys, don't be a creep in powerlifting, but just send dick pics to all your Tinder fucking people, okay?
Right.
Just open up. Hey, how you doing? Hey, girl, how you doing? Just wondering if you're trying to get a wiener in the butt. You know, just fucking go like that. But in powerlifting, don't do that, guys. It's fucking weird. Okay, don't do that. Don't tell these women that, like, you know, their pee on the platform is something you'd roll around in like a fucking pig in shit. Okay, don't do that stuff. Don't make it weird.
I got a couple of questions.
Hold on, are we not allowed to do that now? Like, are we not allowed to make those jokes anymore? Because this is like almost a hashtag Me Too movement of powerlifting. Does that mean we can't like make those pee jokes anymore?
No, we can.
You're right, because it depends on how you look. If you're ugly, it's sexual harassment. If you're good looking, it's cute.
Where's the HR department of Filthy Squad?
Oh, go ahead. You can email the HR department. I'm going to give you my personal email. You just email that, and I've got a filing place for that. It's called the fucking garbage. Just like the USPA. Yeah.
Okay, anywho.
Questions.
Most memorable lift ever.
585 squat. That 585 squat for me, because even though I'm a deadlift guy, it was only like a 5-pound PR for the last one. It wasn't the deadlift that I wanted. It was a good one. Don't get me wrong. It was a good one, but 600 was a big one for me for the deadlift. That was a big one. 500 was a really big one. But I don't think they're going to be as big as 7 when 7 finally comes. When I heal up this bicep and shit and 7 finally comes, that'll probably take the place. But until then, that 585 squat, that was a 45-pound squat PR for me. That was a fucking, and I hit depth. Everything was fucking great. It was at Micah's meet. Like, that for me is probably my fucking, either that one for the platform, that one for sure. For the gym, 315 by 2 with you at dead weight, because that's the first time I've ever benched 315. The 325 was decent at Fight or Quit. It was pretty good, but that's the first time I ever hit 3 wheels. Guys, my bench sucks. You guys already know that. My bench is fucking terrible.
It was like a fucking Saturday night, just you and me in the fucking.
Yeah. Like that was different. Like for platform, it's that squat. For gym lifts, it was 100% that fucking the 315 for 2. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fucking good one for me. So
mine was that 396.8.
Of course. 100%.
Just that feeling. Like, I was stoked about that 595 squat, but like the circumstances, like before that with my knee all fucked up and shit, I was just like thankful I survived. I mean, that was a fantastic squat and I loved it, but just that something about that bench was just electric.
Because what, it's the 4th, right? It's the 4th biggest bench. It's the 4th biggest bench ever.
My squat was the 5th, or like tied for 5th, but there was just something different about that bench, because nobody benches heavy. Like, no women bench heavy. No.
I mean, clearly a lot of women don't fucking squat that heavy either, since it's also the 5th. But I don't know. I think maybe it was like 6. It may have been different too, but 595 is just like, it's good and it's almost 6, but it's not quite that.
If it wasn't 6, was like,
like, I'm not going to deadlift 699.9. That would not be that still probably wouldn't surpass the 585 squat. It needs to be over 7 whenever I do it.
When I get the all-time world record squat over 6, that'll be it.
That'll fucking be. I don't know what it is for me. Something about a heavy squat, like my deadlift is always there. I know my deadlift never fucking betrays me. Not like my squat does either, but I've always been a deadlifter. Even in high school, I had a good deadlift. You know, I've never been a bencher, and I was never really a squatter, but now I'm a squatter.
Yeah.
So for me, the squats just have a different. I'm like, shit. I'm not just like, I'm a big deadlift. Don't get me wrong. I'm still a deadlift specialist, I guess. But like, I've got a big fucking squat too. So I'm like, for me, that one's pretty. That one holds a special place in my heart, because I don't know why. You know, probably also because, you know, Program Daddy was squat daddy too. You know, had that big fucking 1,000-pound squat and stuff. Yeah. And that, to me, just being a big squatter is a good way to start off your whole fucking meet.
Oh yeah,
with a monster fucking squat, you know.
I'm queen of the subtotal. Like, I don't give a shit. After fucking bench, I've got a huge total, and then it's just like, let's just see what we can hang on with, because I'm not a good deadlifter.
Just got these little fucking baby hands and T-Rex arms.
My arms are so short. It's so stupid.
I don't even know how she holds onto the bar, guys. Her hands are so little. They're little tiny little baby hands. She's got such small little hands. I don't know how she holds onto the bar. It was the funniest thing ever. Watching her short little arms and her little ass hands try to hold on to it. Let's say what else we got.
How your feet size?
How your feet size? How big are my fucking feet? They're wide as fuck. I'll tell you that. I wear, depending on the shoe, an 11.5 or a 12. Which does not correlate to a big dick, people. I'm just saying. Like, I got big feet, I got big ass hands, real little dick. Okay? If that's what you're trying to get at, I got a little dick. Okay? Big feet, little dick.
I wear a 9 in women's.
So I don't even know if that's big or not, honestly.
7.5 in men's.
Oh my god, they're so tiny. They're so small.
He wears the same size as me.
Oh my god. That's so small. A 7.5. That's yeah. I'm like I said, like my Jordans, I wear 12. Like, and my feet are wide as fuck. Like it sucks.
All right. This is another. I don't know if this will make sense, but this is what someone DM'd me. All right. Going off situation, going with a certain federation, switching federation. Do you feel like tested lifters or 9-for-9 lifters, low totaling lifters, lighter raw lifters, and recorded setting tested lifters switching federations are going to thin out for the simple fact that there's numbers and records achieved in the other federation that don't come close to the other federation? I noticed that in USPA has become a tested raw kind of thing where first-time lifters jump in and do a national meet and set records. In simple term, if the USPA is down, do you think it's going to remove a lot of the wannabe power lifters?
Oh, what? Why the fuck did you just say that the first fucking time? Holy shit.
Okay.
Hi, Jeff. What the fuck?
Do you feel like USPA has become a lot of tested raw lifters, like a USAPL wannabe?
No, I think USAPL is still the USAPL, and they're the ones bringing all these little cunts to fucking powerlifting. It's not even them. I can't even blame the USAPL. As much as I like to make fun of the USAPL, it's not actually them. It's some of their lifters. It's their lifters like Wheeze and stuff like that who are making all these little fucking gay boys come in and like, yeah, look at my sumo deadlift. But then they're fucking the sumo 700, which is still impressive as shit. But then their total sucks ball. Their total is fucking, their total is 1,200. I'm like, what? Because they have no squat and no fucking bench.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like tested meets have definitely blown up more. Like when I first started powerlifting, there was barely any tested meets. Like
tested meets are fucking dumb.
But I feel like it's the USPA definitely blew up with a lot of tested meets, and then
for sure. For sure. I think it helps that perfect example, Steph. Steph is tested and is natty. She doesn't do the USAPL. She doesn't like deadlifting on a power bar. Like, who the fuck does these fucking kids? That's who. Like, I mean, tested. I don't know, tested lifting. I think fucking sucks. Like, listen. All the top tested guys
are not.
That means they're not fucking natty. But like realistically tested, if you're actually watching people that are actually natty, like it's. Listen, dude. Here's the deal. What would you rather fucking see? Okay, some heavyweight squat fucking 700 pounds, natty, or do you want to see Dan fucking Bell squatting 1,000 fucking pounds?
Dan fucking Bell.
Fucking Bell squatting 1,000 pounds because Juicy is fucking better, dog. Let's be fucking real. All you little natty kids, stay natty because you're kids and do it because you love it. Don't do it. Wearing natty as a badge of honor is the weirdest fucking thing to me. When kids are like, yeah, I'm fucking natty. I'm like, okay, so you're choosing to be not as strong as you could be? That's weird. Or you pump a whole lot of fucking testosterone in your ass and be a fucking beast, bro. What? Like, you know what? People that do that, I'm like, I don't get it. I fucking being untested is great. Plus, when I'm on meat prep, I'm on a lot of shit. I feel like fucking Superman. And it makes, and also, listen, it makes me want to fuck. And it is fucking fantastic. I love it, man. I'm like, I smash a crushing fucking workout, then I get home and I'm still like, oh, I need ass. Like, energy for that when I'm fucking natty. I'm not right now, but like, you know, a month ago I was only running like 250, which is might as well be natty. I'm like, a workout wore me out, bro. I like workouts wearing me out. I like fucking doing a workout and then coming home and being like, baby, get on the bed. I need it. I still got energy. Fuck out of here, man. Fucking being natty as a badge of honor is weird as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. You know, your weird ass, roundabout ass fucking question, bro. That was a weird. Listen. Whoever that was, you know who you are because you know it was a fucking dumb question. Don't ever write shit like that again. Fucking stupid.
I lost you in the first sentence of that.
You started going. You just. Why did you tell me 15 different, do you think like powerlifting, if you're like a raw natty lifter or a raw lifter or like a raw dude chasing a raw natty kind of classic maybe junior record or like a raw junior natty but like not like junior, like your mid-junior, you're trying to chase like the junior state record but then maybe a national record. So do you think it's going to hurt it? What the fuck did you just ask me? Dog, I don't even know what the fuck you just said, bro. What the fuck?
Oh god.
Just at the end.
And I could just like see out of the corner of my eye your face was like, what the fuck?
What are you asking, dog? And then at the end, so I guess in conclusion, do you think them leaving is going to hurt natty raw lifting? Motherfucker, why didn't you just ask that in the fucking first place? Why are you up? What the fuck, dude? Fuck out of here. Oh, God, I hate people. That was a kid. That was you know what that was? That was a fucking natty lifter that asked that. That's why I don't fucking like these natty lifters. You guys do dumb shit like that.
All right, one more. It's another DM, but she's
not retarded. Can we say that?
Okay, so basically they're saying that it's not necessarily a federation, that it's not necessarily one sport that's going to have issues.
No, you know what? You're having trouble right now. I want you to read it for the class.
The question is whether or not we're going to paint everybody with the brush or hold people accountable on all levels, regardless of how much regardless of how much attention it got on social media. Let's take, for example, the coach and strongman that tells himself as fucking superior Anthony Deal, how are the fuck you spell his name, whoever supposedly charged an illiterate autistic client $200 a month for coaching, or that say sports says that if your coach drops you as a client and doesn't charge you, don't it's okay, even if they're using their position as a coach to people. Like the whole fucking system needs to be overhauled, but that's going to be a cultural shift, and I don't think it anytime soon.
Who the fuck are your followers?
Basically, are we going to hold everyone in every sport accountable to the kind of shit that we're seeing in the USPA?
No, we're not fucking strong, man. What the fuck? Let me write a letter to the NFL. No, we're not fucking strong men. We do powerlifting.
Well, there was recently that woman in strongman, Rebecca Lorch, that took her own life after being like.
Is that what it was? So I saw that she passed, but I didn't know what actually happened.
She took her own life because of a bunch of, forgive me if I'm wrong, bullying, harassment, I believe from her coach or former coach or something, but it was in the strongman world. Something well known, I believe. And it was a big thing, but it didn't really get as much, it didn't get any attention compared to this.
So let's just, I mean, that should have got some attention, but B, again, like, I'm going to tell you, I only heard about that she passed away because I have some friends that are strongmen, and by friends, I mean Gina. And that's about it. Like, I have a couple friends that do strongman stuff, but like, other than that,
yeah,
like that's not a power. This is because especially since she fucking killed herself. It's gonna sound really fucking horrible. It's not a powerlifting issue. It's not a powerlifting community issue. It's not. Again, I barely even heard about it.
Yeah,
and I only heard about it because she died. I didn't even know she took her own life. I only heard about it because she died, and that's because I follow some strongman. I'm sure there's other powerlifters that don't even know what the fuck it is, or don't even know, didn't even hear about it. So like, I think strongman. I think what you guys need to do is go have a Viva la Revolucion for fucking strongman, like they did for fucking powerlifting.
Pick up Goob. No, I don't follow enough.
Oh shit.
Of strongman to know, but I would take a safe guess that there's the same issue.
I'm sure.
In every, so it just so happens that Cooter Juice Lady got her viral and got to Goob, and he just happened to dig into the USPA, and it turned into all of that. So it's just kind of fucking wild card things. But
listen, guys, here's the deal. People suck. People in positions of power fucking suck. Unfortunately, especially in strength sports, there are a lot of great people. I've met a lot of great people in powerlifting. I've met some of my fucking closest friends now in powerlifting, but I've also met a lot of motherfuckers I do not like at all in powerlifting. There's a good handful of people that I wouldn't piss on them if they were on fucking fire. Okay? Like, there's just some fucking people. And that's going to be, unfortunately, in strength sports. Why do a lot of us get in strength sports? Not a lot of us, but I mean, why do people get in strength sports? You become stronger, or because, we were weaker, we were bullied, whatever. We were the fucking weird kid. So we turned to lifting weights. Unfortunately, some of these fucking kids did it and became more bullies, and they turned into adults that were fucking stayed being bullies. That's just how it fucking is. And so I'm going to go ahead and just give this out to you guys. I can fight like a motherfucker. So if you have a problem with somebody bullying you and they're being a cunt to that point and nobody's doing anything about it, you can slide into my DMs and I'll go beat their fucking face in and tell them to leave you the fuck alone. Okay? Yeah. Dead ass, though. This is yes, that's funny to say, but dead ass. Yeah. Bet. You can fucking slide into my DMs, and if you need somebody taken care of in that sense, we can fucking figure it out, because your life is worth a lot more than some shitbag being fucking mean to you. Let's fucking
Yeah.
Let's be better, people. Let's just say let's fucking be better. If you hear about it, don't just fucking ignore it. You know, I like to think that the people that I do ride for hard in powerlifting are not the type that are just gonna fucking roll over if they find somebody being a cunt to somebody.
Yeah.
You know.
That's 100% true. And you know, we'll end on that note, but you know, be fucking better, and you know,
be fucking better.
And
abolish the USPA.
And fucking reach out to somebody if you need help, and you know.
I know this is it's hard to fucking say too, guys. But you know, don't be silent about it if possible. You know, I know obviously there's always situations where sometimes you can't reach out, but don't be silent, or reach out to somebody who can help you, who you can trust or help you. Me and Karina's DMs are always open. Yep. You know, me and Karina's DMs are always fucking open, and we will get it to the right person without naming names if we need to. Just be like, hey, look into this. Or again, I'll show up to their fucking house. You know, it is what it is. But, you know, on that note, again, speak out, abolish the USPA, fuck Steve Dennison. How long was this episode? I think this is our longest episode, guys. Yeah. But this was a lot. This was a lot to talk about. So we talked a little bit more. And also, remember, I never get tired of being right. So maybe just next time, know that person's a cunt.
We'll announce if we have a guest. We're probably going to have a guest on the next episode.
There's a good chance we're going to have a guest the next episode, and we should have T-shirt details by the next episode. Oh, also, this is the last time we're talking about this, guys. We're done on this. We're not fucking covering this shit again. This is the episode about it. Unless new shit, like a new scandal comes up, this is it. Yep. Don't ask again. We're going back to the world of powerlifting and shenanigans.
Yes.
Bye.